Family up. Janai Thornton's in the house. It is Money Monday. How you doing, Janai?
I'm good, Willie. Happy to be here as always.
We're talking a little bit about Charlottesville, and then we found out that African-American people have so much power in the area of spending. How do we protect what we have, making sure that we do the right thing with what we have? And, of course, a lot of us have assets, and as we see all these different supremacy groups coming, and, you know, the thing is, back in the day, they wore masks.
Right.
But now you can see your local banker.
Right.
Right.
Just sitting there.
Professor,
People in your community.
Yeah, like people right there.
pastors.
Yeah, like the pastor, the community leaders that you literally thought were on your side. Like, how do we protect our assets as African American people?
Well, one thing that we were just talking about while we were in commercial break was we were just talking about not making major financial decisions out of fear.
Right.
You know, this is a season of fear right now. There's so much going on in the world. And so a lot of us will make very quick decisions without doing our homework and our due diligence.
Yeah.
So how can you set your emotions to the side? Because some people, it will impact, should I buy a house now or not? Should I do this or not do this?
Right.
You know, to the best of our ability, we have to set that fear to the side and go ahead and handle it like a business transaction.
Yeah.
Because your emotions, you can spend months or years digging yourself out of a situation that you made under stress and duress.
Yeah.
Because you did it real quick. And then again, the next months and years, you're just digging, trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
So let's just, I know it's a lot going on in the world right now, but let's just be smart about what we have going on in our finances right now. And then to your point, Willie, part of our challenges as a community, we are not accumulators.
Yeah.
We're
Now, what do you
known-
mean in terms of not accumulators? Like accumulating wealth? Instead of
accumulating wealth.
land? Okay, cool.
We are known culturally, as a people, we're the consumer group.
We're the spenders.
We're the spenders. And I think, too, we have really been trained, not to understand the power of the money we have. And I think we've always thought you have to have a lot of money for it to matter.
Right.
Like every dollar you have matters.
Yeah.
Where you spend every single dollar matters.
Indeed. Listen, I'm so glad to have you here because when the nation goes haywire, I always know that there's an opportunity.
Right.
And so right now, people are looking at their finances and saying, like, what can I do? Because I seen in Ferguson, when things went crazy and haywire, like some people were ready for the opportunity in real estate.
Right.
And a few African-American people, they bought up blocks on blocks on blocks, and they're rebuilding that city. How can people start getting ready for the opportunities that may come in their city with all of this stuff that's going on?
Well, I think it's important, number one, for those of us who don't think that we can save or we think that it doesn't matter, that we're very intentional about where we spend our money, number one. So when people make that investment and come back into our community, that we're supporting people in our communities that we want to support. Because I think we've gotten the mindset we can spend our money anywhere.
Right.
And not understanding that we build and we create our own communities. Secondly, what you're talking about is the power of accumulation and working together.
I love it.
So you may not have, all the money to buy something, but if a few of us pull our resources together, we have the power to do that, and we're known not to support each other.
Yeah.
I don't, and I think some of it is propaganda that people, continue to tell us so we don't work together.
Yeah.
But we have to save, and we have to be paying attention to the opportunities in our community. And you understand, and it takes money to do it, though.
Yes.
So, don't think that you saving doesn't help. It absolutely helps. And pay attention to what's going on. You might not be able to buy a block, but maybe you can begin with a building or a house. So a lot of times we feel overwhelmed, like I can't buy 3 blocks. I can't. Maybe that's okay, but we can pull together as a community and take it house by house, and then it becomes block by block.
Yeah. You know what? And just kind of adding that spiritual part to it, I can just remember tithing. And then I remember saving just roughly $10 or $20.
Right.
And it just seemed like it would be forever before it would be some real money to come. But staying faithful every single week with that 20 and that 30, it turned into 100. Next thing I knew, it had turned into like $700, and I was rich then. Let me just say, like, oh, I'm rich. And then with that faithfulness after 24 months, it just seemed like God breathed on us in the area of finances, because we were showing them that we're going to take care of your house.
Right.
We're going to take care of our house, but then we're also going to save some. And, now the Lord has just blessed us immensely in that area. But I think it came from being faithful. And honestly, we're sitting on the sidelines thinking, all right, God, we saved. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, what do you want us to do with your money?
Absolutely. And faithful also means discipline to
Yes.
me, but you have to stick with it, and you have to know, no matter where you're starting, that you're beginning somewhere. But you'll look up, and like you said, you will be shocked by the amount that you can actually accumulate. That's why too, saving money, and also the basics of, hey, have you protected your credit with your life? Because when the opportunity comes, if you have to go get some financing, again, you have to stay ready for the opportunity. We might not have all the cash we want to buy what we want.
So, quick question: do you endorse or recommend any African American owned banks?
Oh, absolutely. I personally bank at one,
Okay.
Citizens Trust Bank,
Yeah.
which is only here in Atlanta. I'm very intentional about that, because my thing is, if I don't bank there, who is going to bank there?
Right.
So I think culturally, I sought them out. And so I didn't want a bank that was on every corner, so I could separate myself from my money. I'm like, instead of me going somewhere else, I intentionally picked a black bank. So, but we have to put forth those steps to say, hey, I am going to patronize those businesses. I am going to have my money in a black bank. It's safe to do that. We can do that.
So I'm talking to my dad, 85 years young. My mom, she been 35 the last 35 years. I don't know how old she is, but I said, Mom, I'm thinking of like putting my money in a black bank. He was like, boy, you don't know what them banks doing and all that. And I was just like, no, everything is FDIC approved. If it's not more than $250,000, you ain't got really nothing to worry about. So I just think sometimes we put this negative stigma on our people, because
we do.
It's like, well, I won't do it just because of something that may have happened early. But I just believe right now people are walking in integrity, and I think we need to start investing in each other.
Absolutely. You cannot just open a bank. You know what I mean? There are it is not.
Hey, I'm just gonna give me a bank. A what?
This corner bank.
Yeah.
This corner bank
There
right
is
here.
no corner bank, but fortunately there are federal banking rules. So I don't want people to be afraid to patronize black banks, obviously, that are going to be in black neighborhoods. Why wouldn't we do that?
Yeah.